Hey everybody, Derek Hass here, coming back with Happy Hour with Derek. We are here at Deschutes Brewery in Northwest Portland. We're with Jake. Jake, how are you?
Not too bad. Cheers.
Cheers. So Jake, what do you do for Deschutes?
I'm the assistant brewmaster at the Portland Pub. I was formerly the barrel master. I've been working for Deschutes for 15 years now.
15 years. Wow, awesome. So where are we? What's going on here?
This is the Deschutes Portland Public House. And this is a pretty unique brewing system. It is a cash control system that we purchased when this place opened in 2007. It is a two-vessel system, so it's very unique in that the kettle is also duals as the mash tun. So we mash in here, transfer from our mash tun over to our water tun, which is also a dual-purpose vessel and a whirlpool. Water into our whirlpool, back over into our kettle. We do have steam capability here instead of like our vent pub. It's a hot fire system. It gives us a little more utilization and kind of dial down.
Great. Well, what does this fancy thing do?
This system is, for the most part, automated. We have the capability to kind of plug in some numbers for our mash profile, and it will press go, and it will mash in. Once the mash profile is complete, at that point we kind of use this to operate all of the valves and pumps in the system, and have to take them over and run the system manually through the ferment.
Wow, very cool. Very automated, as you can see.
Yeah, and this is it's a 20 barrel system. We typically brew, we can brew up to close to 90 to 100 barrels a week on our biggest weeks, and in a year we brew about 2,000 barrels a year.
So that's 20 barrels. Jake, how many gallons would you say that is? For us laymen out there.
31 times 20, 600.
So it's about 600 gallon system. So that's how we measure stuff in the beer business. It's barrels. So you see a keg out there that's usually a half a barrel. So 15 and a half gallons is how that's working. So, well, cool. Well, this is great. Why don't we head over to the fermenters and we'll talk about what are we here.
This is our fermentation cellar. We've got 4 cylindrical fermenters. They're all capable of taking the double batch, so about 50 barrels each. We got a beer fermenting right now. We brewed our Belgian beer for Cheers to Belgian Beers and with some absinthe mechanicals.
Wow,
so,
scary.
So we're going to have a strong absinthe gold, Belgian style. We have 12 conditioning tanks, 4 of which have the capability to hold the whole contents of the fermenter.
Okay.
So we got a pretty good amount here that we can store.
Yeah, this is a good size cellar. So to back up a little bit, what happens in the fermenter?
Fermenter, we're taking wort from the brew house, adding yeast, and what that yeast is doing is basically reproducing, creating carbon dioxide and all of our favorite alcohol.
Oh, okay. So what happens there is in the brew house, we're mixing all of our ingredients. We're mixing the water, the malt, the hops, and then we're pushing them in here and adding the yeast, and that's what's creating this delicious beer we're drinking here. So that's where we're turning the sugars in that to the carbonation and the alcohol in this delicious beer. So what's the difference between the tanks down here?
These are all conditioning vessels, so the main difference is these cylindrical conicals, when the fermentation is done, the yeast kind of falls out of solution, and then you get clear beer. That beer is then transferred and carbonated over into one of these tanks, where it sits for about a week. Overall, the brewing process here is from grain to glass is about 3 weeks.
Wow, okay.
All of these tanks have glycol capability, so we have the ability on that screen over there to control the temperature. Temperature profiles in fermentation, temperature profiles in conditioning. And then we also have the ability to take these right to the tap handle.
Great.
So if we walk down here, this is kind of the end of our conditioning cellar, and then we go into our lovely cold storage room. And this is where all of our tanks or kegs go through all this maze of lines onto the tap.
Jake, can't thank you enough for having us out here. Let's do a little bit and talk about what's actually being made out here. So what am I drinking here?
Right here we've got Swivelhead Red. It's one of our new releases. It's actually hit the taps on Monday. It is a India style red ale. And when you think of a red ale, most of the time you think malt forward beer. This is pretty simple in the malt bill. It's only got 3 malts. The BUs are up there of 70, so
okay.
it's fairly balanced, but definitely more hop-centric, I would say, at 70 IBUs. I believe we're using upwards of between 6 and 8 hop varieties.
Wow. It's a great beer, and what he's talking about with the BUs, that's the IBUs, the International Bitter Units. And at 70, you said?
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot more hop forward. It's going to be, nice and bitter. But with this beer, it's actually really, really balanced. So the malt is definitely holding up to the bitterness. So that's a great beer.
Thanks.
Great beer. Yeah. Well, what else do you got here? This looks delicious.
We just released today at Portland Pub. It is our hop slice. It's basically a golden ale. It's a session summer beer.
Okay.
We rebranded a little from last year. It was more of a session IPA, and so we lowered.
Can I try it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We lowered the bitterness from 45 to 35 and upped the alcohol a little bit. Changed a little bit of the malt to give it some more malt backbone, some less bitterness, and we removed the lemon extract. And we just used some hops that have a little more citrus and lemon aroma to get that flavor.
That's a great beer. So the hop slice last year was a session IPA, but this year they moved it to a summer ale. It's going to be great for those nice summer days ahead, hopefully real soon. But that's another great beer as well. Real easy drinking, good hop balance to it as well. Mm-hmm. So I see something that looks somewhat special and fancy. I don't know.
This is our newest.
I'm excited here.
This will not be released besides at this Portland Pub, and it is our newest sour beer. It is a kettle sour. We're just a pretty basic kettle sour, and then we added this fruit that OSU has been working on, black raspberry. It's kind of a hybrid berry.
Oh wow!
To the conditioning, and it's really a session sour. So 3.9%.
Those are things.
Yes, 3.9% black raspberry puree, and the pH is kind of mid 3.5 range, so it's pretty approachable for not only the non-sour drinker, but for the seasoned veteran.
So, a great segue. So the sours are actually exactly what they sound like. They are sour beers. It's a nice tart. That's a real style. And he mentions kettle sour. That's where you actually are making the beer sour by adding a certain yeast, rather than putting it in a wood vessel, essentially, where it's naturally becoming sour. So the kettle sours are definitely things that a lot of folks are starting to do because you can control it a lot more. So this is outstanding. So am I going to be able to buy this in a 6-pack at my local grocery store?
Probably not. You'll have to come right down here to the pub and get it.
It'd be worth the trip. It's a really nice beer. Well, Jake, I really can't thank you enough for your time. I really appreciate your help.
Pleasure.
Yeah, and don't forget to tune in next Thursday at 4 p.m. for Happy Hour with Eric. So we'll catch you next time. Thank you.